Yeah, Pantera guitar, Pantera sound. Just getting ready for the show for next Saturday. And next Saturday, playing with the Art Pantera at the Paper Rock Festival here in the neighborhoods. That's in Molenbeersel, Belgium. And that's pretty cool. That's a little festival with all kind of tribute bands. And we are the band before the last band. So around 10 o'clock, something, I think 9:30 that we start. But yeah, we'll be in the set, of course. And lots of well-known songs, of course, from Pantera. And that's why I set this guitar up again. New strings, new setup too, because it kind of needed it because it was all the time in a little basket. So yeah, I did all the setup and there stuff. Sounds great again. It's really cool. Pantera tribute band sound. That's oh, I better leave this screen on because it gives me a little bit light. So yeah, that's a different heavy metal, crushing groove metal sound. Pantera-ish, yeah. With the dime guitar that's I'm using live at the shows. Some cool stuff Dimebag always played, and yeah, of course I like to play these parts. You know, solo parts from him, stuff that we do also with the band, really good. So the Pantera show, yeah, of course, we're gonna play all the classic hits, everything that people know, and of course we do that. You know, all that kind of stuff. So if you don't have a ticket yet, I think there are a few left. I mean, it's almost sold out. So be quick if you want to come next Saturday to the Paper Rock Festival in Molenbeersel, Belgium. And that's close to where I live here in Weert in the Netherlands. That's not that far from there. So that's a good thing. And yeah, maybe see me with my Pantera cover band. There's a lot of noise gate on this sound because of my notes. I mean, if you hear it to the microphone only, hitting everything, but it's the noise gate. I think in this sound it goes better. Yeah. Awesome stuff, right? So yeah, my Pantera guitar that I'm using at the shows for the Art of Pantera, my Pantera tribute. And so it's set up and ready for the shows. So that's something different, right? And well, back to my normal kind of looking guitar. You know, like I have that also, I mean, I have to take the strap for it. So I do that on, I had to play the chords here. But yeah, it's all different kind of instruments that I like to have, because just different sounds and stuff. But this guitar is still a great one. And with this, I'm not playing to a Pantera sound. So this I play with a more generic sound that I use. Oh, let me first fix this here, because this is completely loose. Let me see if I can maybe fix that a little bit, because it is really, oh, this is an imbus or something, I don't know. Yeah, it's a little bit better. So okay, there we go. And yeah, man, this my Boel guitars to the Pantera sound. Sounds pretty good too. But normally I use for this my main sound, which is more, let me find it, which is more this sound. And as you hear, this is way more mids in there, and that's what I use for my songs basically. So just a little bit more more mids through. I mean, Pantera of course has to be a little bit more scooped. That's what it is. So yeah, released a new album, and the new album is out on streaming platforms. So it is. Oh wait, I opened the wrong app. It is on. Wait, what am I doing? Okay, there we go. I just couldn't find the app for some reason. Okay, I'm back in the game. Anyway, it is for my solo work, which is a little bit more mid-scooped. So mids. Big slanting, yeah, I use it all the time actually. It's just a little bit because for the next, so I always have to pick a little bit more like this. But I do that already since 35 years, I guess. I mean, I never did it elsewhere. So it is that I saw it recently on videos that people explained it that way. But I mean, to me, it was natural to do it. So it's just a natural thing to me. So nothing weird there. Let me load the playlist of mine, because I have a playlist with my songs. Clinic disc. There we go. That's the one that I want to open. Yes, that's right. So yeah, my sound, which is pretty cool. I think I love the sound. It's my solo sound more. Playing through an FM9 from Fractal at the moment. So live I'm using an XFX from Fractal, XFX 3. And yeah, that's my live setup. But this moment here in my room, having the FM9 laying, which I like here, because live I want to have a separate pedal board just for people that, you know, throw beer and stuff. I don't want to have that on my FM9. So that's why I use an XFX live that is safe behind me. So that's the great reason for that. Let me play something from my new album. This is Mirage. right, thank you all. So that was Mirage from my new album, The X, that came out, I think, now a month ago, somewhat, and at least online. So at Spotify, iTunes, Tidal, name them all. You can hear the album if you have an account there somewhere on whatever service you are at. Yeah, you can hear it. It's also YouTube Music. It is everywhere. So check it out. The album, The X, and it is a completely vocal album. So this was, you just heard in this song, you heard Colleen Gray. And Colleen Gray I worked with already on Color Journey. And Color Journey, back in 2006, I recorded, I released that album. 2005 it was recorded. So that's pretty long time ago. That was 20 years. And so it was 20 years that I actually recorded with her. So I decided just to ask her again and let her sing this song. She made the whole lyric and the whole vocal melody herself. I just wrote the song, the music, and I gave her some ideas, what I liked, and she just went on with it. So, Colleen Gray, great job, if you ask me. Another female artist I work with a lot is Esther Bruns, and she sang on a song that I have that's called It's Over Now. Check it out. That's right. And It's All Over. That's Esther Bruns singing the female vocals. You had Pascal Remans singing the more melodic parts of the male vocals, and the grunts that were in there were from Dennis Greurs from Severe Torture. So yeah, three great artists in one song, which I like the atmosphere that this gave it, and was actually needed for this song because the lyric is all about a relationship that is over and stuff like this. So you have to have these aggressive parts in the middle and everything. So it totally fits the atmosphere, I guess so. So yeah, as I said, the sound's coming from an Fractal FM9. My rhythm sound. So basically, this is a JMP1 from Marcel that's modeled in there, and that goes to an equalizer at the end to make it a little bit fatter. Going to speaker cabinets, I guess. What is it? I think these are just 75 watts speakers. I can actually show. Wait, I can put the Venster in there, and let me see. I can use Venster, and I save FM9 edit, yes. And then I want to have. Oh, it's not available. Why not? Is FM9 now? Oh, it's not open. Wait, I have to open the app first, and then I can show you. Then I do that. Wait a minute. FM9 edit, where are you? There you are. So, open the app. I'll put that to the left of the screen because I don't need it. This way I have a little bit more light. And there you go. Now I can say... no, I still can say, wait, I have to put it out and put it back in. FM9 edit. There you go. So, you see the FM9 now. And it is transparent, so you can see a little bit of the FM9, a little bit of myself. So you see my settings here, which are very basic. It's basically just, let me show you. This is just an input which has a little bit noise gate going on just as a pre-noise here, and just that it's silent, very silent. Alright, there are two rows, so a volume pan and a wah, and with the Amplex I decide which row is my which row does my pedal attached to. So now it's a wah. But if I change that to row 2, then it will be volume. Oh, but maybe I have to save it then, because now it's not doing it. But it should be normally... But that's basically what the Amplexer does. Compression, drive, flange, I don't use in this preset. So it's just the amp, which, as I said, is the JMP Pre-1 OD1. So that's the JMP Marshall preamp that I used to have in the past. So I totally recognize the sound because that's the sound that I had through my speakers back then. And that goes through a graphic EQ. And I did a similar thing back then in my Rapid Effects that I had from Rocktron, which I took a little bit of bass out, just a little bit of 31 out, a little bit of 63 in, a little bit of 125 in, so I give a little bit more thump, you know that. Then I take a little bit of, I don't take any mids out, that's okay. And as you can see, so this is all 0, and then I just put a little bit more of also 4K in, which, I mean, the difference is really this. So this is bypassed, and a rich EQ, it just gives that extra what it kind of misses in the first place. And then the gate is just, like again, making all the noise from the amp, etc. also gone. There's a little reverb there, just a little bit studio. That's studio echo. And then enhancer to make a stereo. I mean, the difference is this. So off. Now the sound is in the middle. And now it's spread. So that's what the enhancer does. So it makes it just a little bit more spread into the speakers. And that goes to my, you see the 70 watts. And that's really from a modern one. That's really a classic 1960A cabinet from Marshall, and with the 75 watt speakers in. So very basic, but I like that sound. I like the sound for the rhythms at least. So that really gives the chunk that I need. Then for the lead sound, it changes. As you can see, the 70 watt is still in there, but it changes to the red side to a V30. So for the lead sound, I use a little bit more of the nosy mid that's in the V30 speaker, and I don't use the graphic EQ anymore, and it's a different amp. It's then a JVM OD1 Red. So really like the JVM big head that the 410H head that I also used to have, and I really like the solo sound of that one. There's a delay going on, so the delay is set to, I think it is standard to 600 milliseconds, but I can change it. I have a tap tempo here as well, so I can change the tap tempo, and then it changes to 3797. So now it is 517. And now it is 583. So I can set it to which song I have. I can just set it to whatever tempo of the song is, and then just let the delay run in tempo with me. And that's very cool. I like that in the lead sounds. When I have the clean setup, I have, as you can see, a different amplifier. Now it's a Jazz 120, which is basically a JC 120 from Roland. And I really like these clean sounds. This is really like beautiful, like a nice angelic sound. And I like it with the speakers, which is also the speakers just a 70 watt with the vintage 30. You also have it with the original speaker, but then it sounds kind of thin. So I like it with these speakers better. There's a compressor in the beginning that just takes a bit of the evenness in. And there's a chorus as well now. So there's Dimension 1 chorus. And it still goes to the same enhancer to the outputs. The reverb is, I think, a bit different. Yeah, Stratocumulus. It's a really long reverb, as you can hear. It's really spread it. But I kind of like that in the clean sounds. And that's what I dig. And there's a sound called Rhythm Soft, which I use for actually for the beginning of the Wet Season song of mine, and basically for the whole song for the mid leads parts I use this sound. So this is a little bit more like a Plexi, and yeah, Plexi 100 watts 1970, as you can see. And this is the amp that I'm having at the moment, with not too much gain, and just we really like. Oh, sorry, I'm a little bit tired. I had a long day. that's my rhythm soft sound. And those are basically the four scenes that I use mostly in my songs. So I have a few songs where I use some different sounds like Endless and I think Move That Groove has a different setup. I guess also, what is it? Still Bleeding. That's also a different setup because I need a bit of a delay setting in there. And well, let me play that one. Then I can show you the sounds. I just have to find it. Oh yeah, this is the clean sound for Still Bleeding. A bit different than what I have normally. So let's see, Still Bleeding. It should start. Oh yeah, there it comes. Alright, Still Bleeding from Color Journey. And I remixed and remastered that version, so you heard the newer mix, which in my opinion sounds way better, especially the drums, especially the whole sound, the vocals, especially also as well. They were a little bit flat on the original version, so they are better now. Yeah, that's was Joyce Deegraaf on the vocals. Sadly, she's not around anymore. She died 2013, quite a while ago, in a car accident, and really tragic. And yeah, I mean it is sad, but at least we have her legacy here singing this song. And recently, I'm doing it again live with Esther. Esther singing Joyce's parts, and she does really a beautiful job on that one. And you can check out the live version. I think it's on YouTube somewhere, so you can check it out there. And with that we recorded in 2024 with the band Marcel Coenen and Friends. So yeah, I'm playing with Marcel Coenen and Friends, which is basically me and my band. And my band are also the guys you hear here on the album. So that's René Kroon on the keyboards. That's Richard Ritterbeeks on the bass. And you heard also Hans en het Zand on the drums. And those guys I still play with. So this is recorded in 2005. And 20 years later, I'm still playing with the same people. So that says something about the relationship, about the bondage we have as people. And still working together, man. And that's just the best you can have, I guess. That's a solid foundation for everybody that wants to have like great songs and play live with it. I mean, I'm also a pretty small position if he's a musician in sense of gigs. We don't play a lot, but if we play, we try to make it as good as possible. And just I hope that someday we can play some festivals. That would be awesome. But yeah, I mean, I'm just doing my best creating albums, and who knows? Sometimes there comes a song that people dig so much that they want to see it live. I mean, the X has already quite some songs that I think could be festival friendly. But yeah, let's see what people come up with. This was from Color Journey, so that's a bit older, but yeah, and that's what I said for the sound. So this has a different rhythm sound. It's a rhythm sound with much more reverb, and that's needed for the song. There's the lead with the delay in the tempo of the song. There's the clean delay. That little piece, and that's basically a delay that I just that plays against me in the tempo. So that's the delay setting. So that's exactly 375 milliseconds, and that's a song tempo of 120 beats ppm. And then it just creates, and as you can see, the mix is at 50%, which is just the level of the music. So that and that makes it sound really like double. So what I'm playing basically is this. This I'm playing. So that's what I'm playing. And with the delay, it sounds like this. So that's basically my secret there that I use in that song. So that's against the delay, and the delay sets exactly 375 milliseconds. That it actually the delay beat falls in between the next bar. So it's like ta ta. So you have like the rhythm, and it falls ta 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 ta, and that's why it creates a double effect, and that's the cool thing about setting a delay like this. And then of course, I have that from Pink Floyd and Marillion and stuff. I mean, these bands use that a lot, and I really like that idea. So I used it here in Still Bleeding. I use it in Sun Cage, Secrets of Flight. I have the same thing. It's just like. That's Secrets of Flight, and that's without the delay. It's a very simple play. It is this. So without the delay, it's this. So yeah, it sounds bigger, or it sounds double with the delay. So Secrets of Flight from Sun Cage, the first album, it is the same effect, and exactly the same sound also that I used in that one. Because back then I had like the Replifex, and I did the same thing with the Replifex, just putting it in. I just check a little thing because let's see. I just hope that the servers work tonight. Oh, there we go. What's up, bro? Around? We need to change some info on the encoder. Try this. Okay, let's see. A new password. We're going to need to set up new encoders. Yes. Okay, that's cool. So I can do my radio show tonight. Oh, that sounds awesome. Because, as people know, maybe I do a radio show every Thursday evening, starting in about an hour and a half. So at 10 o'clock for the Netherlands. So that's it's now 20 past or 20 before 9. So in about an hour and 20 minutes, I'm gonna start a radio show. So let's see. So that might work. So let's see if Metal Messiah Radio is already back with a. Oh no, not yet. Maybe they have to. Let me refresh that. No, it's still not in there. But all right, cool. That's really cool. I mean, in general, this is the Amsterdam server suffered the case of a hard drive failure. Not a sudden failure. Okay, let's see. So got a new server now. So that's cool. So that's awesome. So yeah, let's hope that that works. So I'm gonna take a break now. So because the radio show is gonna be 3 hours. So if you like some good metal stuff played through your speakers, just tune in later for Metal Messiah Radio. MetalMessiahRadio.com. And you can follow us there, and there will also be a link where you can listen the show. So I'll play one song to end, and we'll do that. But I won't do it with this sound. I will do a different sound. And let's see, what do I have to offer? I have a lot of stuff here. And maybe I'll. Yeah, let me do Endless. Endless is one of my favorite tracks from Guitar Talk, actually. It has a new age vibe. Acoustic sound, which I really dig. And it sounds like this. So it just starts. right. Yeah, maybe I should show you a little bit about the sounds. This is the last thing that I do. So this is the acoustic sound. And how did I make that? Well, very easy. If you see my X window, you can see it here, the FM9 window. So I made it with an IR. So this is the IR I'm using, Les Paul mid acoustic sim chord 100%. So that's the effect. If I bypass that, it is just a clean sound. So that makes it all acoustic. Which sounds really awesome in my opinion. After that there's a compressor. Just an analog compressor that makes it a little bit more even. Then there's a gate a little bit to just get rid of some noise. Just a little bit. Graphic EQ just to have a little bit of extra EQing going on. A multiband compressor that also does a bit of EQing, just a little bit, but and there's of course the enhancer that makes it stereo again. The difference is this. Now it's making stereo. Sounds beautiful in the room. Delay and reverb. So there's delay a little bit, just a bit 100,000. And I think the level is really a little bit in, so it's really not that much. See, just doing a little bit really in the long tempo, but there's a long Stratocumulus from 20 seconds reverb. His chords, I love them. Anyway, it's a bit that sound. So the acoustic. Well, then I switch to the second sound, which of course puts the acoustic cab off, and then you get just the amp, which is a JVM OD1 Orange, and it just makes. There's a long delay on that one, so that's really 2000 milliseconds. And then just with lots of feedback, you know, that it just goes on forever. And I use my expression pedal to come in. So it really starts from nothing to and back. So this I use with my expression pedal. The lead patch is just a different amp, just the OD1 Red, so it changes channel. Really loud actually, but it's big sound, and there's another team delay in there. That's it. Just this. So again, I'm just playing this. Sorry, wrong delay. I should put this one off. There are two delays. So this I'm playing, and the delay adds the double notes again. So yeah, as you see, I'm working a lot with these effects that I really love, and Endless is full of that. So with lots of effects, it's more my new age kind of a song that I wrote. So thank you everyone for tuning in today. It was a lot of fun. So let me close this window so I can say hello in full screen. And thank you for tuning in. And in about an hour and 10 minutes, I start my live radio show, metalmessiahradio.com. Just join in, come in the chat room, say hello, and request a song, whatever, and enjoy the evening. So see you there. Bye bye.